Welcome to Newsline. He is Mr. Santoso. He was born on 18 April 1970 in Kertek, Wonosobo. He is a cobbler on Kertek Market since 1994. Or exactly, he was 24 age at that time. He is living in his home with his wife and his 4 children. The oldest of his children was married 2 years ago, and the youngest is still on her 4 age right now. He was provided all of his family since then, just as a cobbler until now. He told me when he was still on elementary school, his parents will leave him alone to join a transmigration program to Sulawesi Island. Since that, he was forced to live his own life since his childhood. He was accustomed to live on struggle with his own self. When he reached his 24th age, he came on market. A friend told and asked him to be a cobbler. His friend said that a cobbler is an easy job, no special skill needed. Anyone could be a cobbler, anytime, anywhere, with a minimum capital. Because at that time he was living alone and the cobbler existence in market were not too much, he approved that. He was trained himself around 2 months, and after that he was officially worked as a cobbler. He had no stand, he had no employees. He worked alone in front of a clothing store at the edge of a main street. When the sky was rained, a shelter of a clothing store was the only thing that covering him from rain. For the price of his service, he had no standard price. People could pay how much they want. Sometimes they paid more or even less than what Mr. Santoso had expected. He said a cobbler's income was not always stable, sometimes high, and sometimes no one used his service at all. On the common day, his income was not too much. Even at one day, there's no one tried to use his service. And he said his highest income usually happened when a big day, such as Eid al-Fitr, was coming. It because there are some people who prefer to fix their shoes rather than buying the new one for Eid. But his main obstacle actually was his own customers. Sometimes his customers forgot to take back their shoes. It made Mr. Santoso kept and dumped all those forgotten shoes at his home. He did that because when customers asked about their forgotten shoes, he could answer that clearly without any doubt, because he would never even sell even a pair of them. He said that honesty is the main thing. For now, cobbler's assistants are increased. When I saw him, there were other cobblers beside of him. When I asked him about that, he was never mentioned that rivalry things. He had no worries. Because what? Because he works to find friends and relations, not enemy. He said, how many Kaabas beside him? He believes that Allah has set Mr. Santoso in coma too well as possible. So he never worried about that anymore. I asked him about the job opportunity for the youth of Wonosobo according to him, and he states as follows.
Menurut pengertosi panjenengan itu pripun Pak pendapat Bapak akan peluang usaha untuk para kaula muda terus kula lan rencang ngoten khususnya teng Wonosobo peluang usaha.
Nek peluang usaha itu ya kalau menurut saya tinggal orangnya saja Mas. Kalau orangnya itu betul-betul mau usaha apa aja jadi. Itu menurut saya. Yang nomor 2 ini untuk ketekunan itu perlu Mas, giatkan lagi. Kadang-kadang kan orang sing usaha iki ora rame pindah usaha iki. Lah usaha itu kan perlu ditekuni Mas. Ngono iki. Kados kula contone umpamane kaya wae kula kan bosenan usaha iki kok rasane kok asor temen kula kan pindah. Kula ora sing penting tak tekuni sing penting dadi duit iso nggo ngopeni keluarga.
Wis sak ngertosi sakniki lho, Mas. Realitas sakniki nggih, Mas. Kebutuhan ya kadang sering naik, melonjak naik dan niku signifikan, dan beten banget kali hasil lawan nih kan, atas melonjak drastis ya kan saling atas doso. Nah makan kan juk, napa mindset orang mesti pemikiran orang kan juk, napa nek nganu kerja kan rata-rata juk pinginnya sing gajinya gede, pinginnya gak sih pawai menjanjikan. Lah nek pandangannya Bapak tentang hal niku pripun?
Nek pandangan kula yo nek saran iku yo
salah mboten pemikiran kata ngoten iki salah.
Yo tetep salah Mas. Nek bagi kula kan nek carane wong anu kan tekan sithik Mas. Ora njuk gaji gede ngono. Nek sedangkan nek milu kerja wong kadang-kadang gajine tekan sithik. Munda ora njuk del gede. Nek kan ora Mas. Nek cara pemikiran njuk gede gajine gede ngono kan salah Mas.
Berarti kedae kudu alon-alon ya.
Nah, mau sedangkan nek wong mangan nek njuk gede.
His last statements is a message for us. For us, the youth that soon will be involved in the middle of society. He said, or Mr. Santoso said, the main characteristic that we should keep when we involved in the middle of society are calm, neutral, be patient, and be honest. We should be an oasis for them. We should be a bridge to accommodate what society needs. Their aspiration. Because Mr. Santoso said to me, my son, just be good, be honest, and be yourself. Because there's nothing wrong to be a good man.